welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. Hey, this is Knight, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to be a interesting show. I do have a theme, and so it's going to be the fact we're going to be talking about some health issues that myself and some friends have been having. And so nothing really scary or strange or my friends, yeah, but me, I heal like Wolverine. Okay, I'm a little older. I used to heal like Wolverine. Now I heal like Logan. So there's nothing I can do about that. I grew up. Let's see what I was looking at. I keep looking off stage, and that's because my monitor's underneath me down here, and that's what I'm looking at is my monitor, make sure everything's on right. I'm going over here right now to my housekeeping page to make sure that I've welcomed you, that I told you it's a safe place to hang out, and that there's no swearing or trolling. We're about blessings, not cursing. Um, if you like what I'm supposed to tell you, if you like what you see, remember to subscribe. You're probably already subscribed here. You're probably already a member of my Patreon page. We are not growing like we wanted to, and that's my own fault. I 100% have an inner locus of control, so I take responsibility for everything that happens to me. And there's two types of locus of controls. One is an inward one where you take 100% of all the responsibility, and then there's an outer locus of control, which is that somebody else is always causing things. That fate and the universe, God hates you. You might have all those things going on. Where an inner locus of control, even when it comes to belief and the faith in God, says, "Well, I choose to believe in God." To believe in the creator, to believe the blessings that happened to me were the result of him blessing me because of my faith in him. And so giving the credit to him, which is not an outer locus of control, it's actually an inner locus of control because I'm the one that makes that choice. It's not that God has blessed me and I did nothing to do it. No, I took an active part in praying for something, and something happened this morning. I wasn't going to tell you about this, but I might in just a minute. But once again, proves 100% what I'm talking about as far as an inner locus of control. But if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You don't have to hit the notification button. We're on every Friday and Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Just get over it. We're going to be as until I'm gone, I'm here. Does that make sense? And then otherwise, you can just watch it whenever you want to. It's on YouTube, 24 hours YouTube. But Facebook's on for, I think, 2 weeks. Twitch is only live on Twitch when it's broadcast from 8 to about 8:30 Friday to Saturday nights. And YouTube shows last forever. And I'm catching up right now. I got to tell you, I had no idea how many comments and likes and views I'd had till I was looking at something. I'm like, I have hundreds of views on this video. Why? Don't know. So I'm once again going to keep that going on. And I'm not even going to try to figure it out. On my website, if you go to night.music or night-music.com, you've seen it 100 times. Go to another video that's up there. You'll see a thing with a tip code. You can send me a couple ducats if you want to. And thank you for all the people who do, by the way. I do appreciate it. It is a blessing to wake up and go, oh, I just got $7 more. It doesn't seem like a lot. It will when I have a million people doing it. So anyway, every morning. You can dream, can't you? Anyway, I was just telling somebody just a few minutes ago, I was getting my walk around before we start the show, and the receptionist here at the studio that I'm at, she asked how things were going with me, and so I'll share a little bit of it with you. Things are going pretty well. I mean, it's a very tough time for us. We don't have a lot of income right now. We just gave up our office, and I'm personally in the recording studio every day. I've picked out the songs I'll be recording for the rest of the year, and for the next 8 weeks, I'm in the studio recording them. Let's see. I gave up my studio. Do not have a lot of income. I was talking to somebody today. I was talking to my girlfriend and said, "Look, I'm to $1.89. I have $1.89 in my account." And she goes, "What are you going to do?" And I'm like, "Just trust in God. Something will come through. I don't really have to do it because something always happens. And I got a phone call from somebody, a good friend of mine, who was like, "Hey, your birthday's coming up, and do you mind if I send you a gift?" I'm like, "No, I don't mind at all." And they said, "Okay, well, what's your information? I'll send you a Walmart um, cash." And I'm like, "I don't know how much it's going to be. I'll find out on Saturday." They said they'll send it on Saturday. So all I know is that I'm going to be blessed. And once again, um, I think that that's, I give the credit to God for that blessing, that gift, because totally out of the blue. And my girlfriend, she was like, "That was weird. We were just talking about how you don't have the money and that you believe something would happen. And at 6:30 of all the times of the day, your phone rings. 6:30 in the morning, AM. Who calls people at 6:30 in the morning?" Well, people who are giving me gifts, and I'm totally okay with that. So if you want to call me, if you have my number and you feel like call me at 6:30 or 4:30 or 2:30, anytime 7:24 to give me a gift, thank you. That's all I have to say. In fact, that morning, we were at Starbucks, and the guy at Starbucks, he goes, "Hey, we fixed the bagel, that one extra one. Do you want it?" Yes. So I got a free bagel this morning and cream cheese and butter from Starbucks. And what a blessing. And, it's really funny because the people are like, "Man, your girlfriend, you got a really good one." I'm like, "I know I do. I got the best one." So I don't tell people that whole lot, but I really do have the best one. Anyway, so go to night-music.com for show information, tip codes, and emails, and lyrics on the songs, and all kinds of stuff. There's sponsorship opportunities. And if you would like me to come to your city or church event, give me a holler. Send me a thing at guitar for Jesus, number four, at musician.org. You can find all this on the website. It's all there. And you can get all that, and that takes care of my housekeeping thing. Yay. Um, so I was talking to my brother the other day, who's having some challenges. Now, both me and my brother, we lost our family when we were pretty young. So we have no idea what we're looking forward to. I mean, we don't know. We found out that, hey, we both became diabetic. Well, he's diabetic. I was pre-diabetic, but I think I'm past that, so I don't think I'm pre-diabetic anymore. I'll go in. I had blood tests done on Monday, and I'll find out next Monday what the deal was. I'm pretty sure that I'm not diabetic because I just don't believe I'm going to be. Um, and I know that a lot of people, well, it has nothing to do with what you believe. It has to do with what you eat. Look, I'm vegetarian. I work out literally every single day. I watch my weight. I watch my health, and I'm pretty good. Now, and this is what I was going to talk um, today about. I had a stroke, and I didn't tell a lot of people about that. I had a stroke back in January, and it's now June, so it was about 6 months ago. It was in my temporal lobe. It was about the size of a dime, and it was a very deep brain stroke. In my medulla oblongata, is that I know I murdered that. I totally murdered that name. But anyway, inside there, which isn't very big. I mean, it's about the size of a walnut. So if you say you had a stroke the size of a dime inside something the size of a walnut, it's a pretty big deal. It they said, originally I'd be in for months. I'd have to get rehabilitation. I'd get all the other stuff. Well, I'm a kind of a brain freak. I believe I've read this guy's. His name is John Medina, and I did a show with him. He wrote a book called Brain Rules, and he talks about how the brain works. He's a cognitive molecular biologist, and he studies the brain at the molecular level. Smarter guy than me, but he started talking about how neurons and transmitters and how things build. And we have this gray matter called meddlin, and meddlin actually wraps around the transmissions of your brain between neurons and creates kind of a super highway. And when you have something that interrupts these transmissions, your brain can actually create new neural pathways and then start building myelin around them. So I immediately started looking for ways to build more neural pathways in my brain. One of the things I did was, because of being an actor, I started looking at, who are some people I would like to, like to act like. Well, first, of course, William Shatner. I mean, come on, I want to be, Captain Kirk. But as I was thinking about becoming Captain Kirk and using my neural pathways and my speech centers in ways that were going to imitate him, I realized that's silly. And I'm not going to sound like Captain Kirk. So threw that out. Well, then, of course, I had to think about being Elvis. And, I mean, hey, what woman doesn't love Elvis? Which, by the way, I got to tell you, I'm a little jealous about, because, well, my parents as a kid at 6, 7, 8 years old were dragging me to see South Pacific and the Music Man and, different plays. My girlfriend was being dragged by her mom to see people like Elvis and the Beatles, and I I can't go there because I'll get angry. And so, needless to say, I looked at Mark Hamill is who I settled on, and Mark Hamill, if you don't know, is the he plays Jethro Dupree, who is the lead investigator on NCIS, the original NCIS. So I started watching a lot of YouTube videos of him and imitating his speech patterns, and that's what I've been imitating for about the past 6 months. Is trying to understand how he thinks and talks, and when I do it, I don't have a problem. Otherwise, I had quite a problem for a while there. Now, my relatives I was talking to the other day, they're having a lot of serious challenges too, because of not having. That's my brother. Because of not knowing, what's going on. He like me. Um, well, he's not like me. Doesn't work out. Uh, he has a challenge, a little bit of a challenge with drinking, a little bit challenge with smoking. There's a lot of habits that he's developed that weren't habits like connecting neuron transmitters and you know creating neural pathways. His habits are a little different than mine. We'll just leave it at that. And so his are a little he's focused on the problems where I'm focused on the solutions, and that's why I don't really have a message. We're not sponsored today by any passage, because I just wanted to come to you and let you guys know, I really believe that as people we can focus either on the challenges that we're having or the solutions to the challenges that we're having. um, a couple weeks ago, I received a rather large bill from having the stroke, and my girlfriend was like, "Well, what are we going to do?" And I said, "Well, this is what I can afford in the budget, and so we're just going to start paying them and pay it down." Well, what about? I said, "Look, I got it. There's going to be problems. There's going to be challenges. It's going, but it's not, how it's not can we do it, it's how can we do it. Let's focus on how we can actually get this done." And so that's what we're doing. We're just focused on how we're going to get it done. Needless to say, so right now in my life, and when is this coming out? Oh my goodness, I just realized I did not even find out. Hold on, let me get all the way down here. This is now 6:30. So this is going to be this will be released on looks like January 1st and 2nd. And then if you're not on the Patreon page, you'll be able to see this on, oh, look at that. It's 7:29 and 7:30. I'll be older. My birthday's on the 20th. Ooh. So yeah, you'll be seeing this about 10 days after my birthday, and I'll be a brand new age. So there you go. Well, now I forgot what I was talking about. So I guess I'll play some music. How about that? I did bring up a couple of songs, and it was, oh, I got to tell you, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but this was just going to be ramble about my stroke. Needless to say, I did pick out some new music, and I'll be learning some great new songs. Um, I have a couple hymns, a couple contemporary Christians, and a couple new Christians, or not couple new Christmas songs that I'll be playing over the releasing over the next year, or the rest of this year. Come on, give my brain a second. I'll release these songs over the course of the next year. And so these will be released in September, November, December. And one of my screenplays, I converted into a manuscript because, I have so much free time. But I wrote a manuscript. And so I pitched that out to uh, some publishers. And even though I think I told you I had one of the managers for a recent screenplay request a screenplay, well, I had some publishers request, hey, let's work together at bringing this book out. Now, the problem with the book is it's a book about Mary and Joseph, and it only has a 6-week window of, let's be honest, from November to Christmas. And after Christmas, nobody cares about Mary and Joseph. Nobody cares about them at all until the next November. So I'll be able to actually release this book as a brand new release every Thanksgiving until they stop having Christmas. But needless to say, it's I don't think the publisher should cover all the expense of the book. And I told them that, I said, look, let me see what I can do to help. And so we're putting together a program and a plan, and it looks like it's going to be released. So I'll have a brand new book coming out in November. I'll be letting everybody know about that. I might have, I don't, at this point, there's no plans for pre-orders. There is a plan for building up a big release for the release date. So, but that will get me up on Amazon's book list for Christmas, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's kind of an exciting thing also. So that's all about my stroke. I'm releasing a book. I finished the screenplay. I have actually 9 screenplays. I think I told you last week. I got a thing from Grammarly. I had done 1.888 million words since February. Now, I didn't write them all. A lot of them I just ran them through Grammarly to spell check and do punctuation check, and but that's how many words they went through. That's the same as about 32 60,000 word novels since February. Needless to say, they're like trying to get me to be a premium member. I'm done for this year. Okay. And so, speaking of done, I gotta play some music here. Let's do a Christmas song since we're talking about Christmas. You didn't hear that, did you? Yeah, how am I getting out of that one? Yes, yes, yes. And so I was just playing around, and that was, when I started this one before I did my walk around, I probably spent 2 hours playing guitar today. It was pretty fun. I was messing around, and then, like I said, I have new songs, and I'm not ready to play any of the new songs yet. Here's one though, and I don't think it's on my song list, and I think I need to add it. It's one that I know the next two songs I'm going to do. So this one, this is a Christmas song again. Let's see if I can remember. Um, I played this a couple of weeks ago, but I think I'm different now. Yes. You know, about half an hour ago when I was playing that, it sounded way better. You know how nervous you get when you play in front of people? Well, I'm in front of a camera with who knows how many thousand people watching me right now over the next decade, and you made me nervous. There you go. You made me nervous. Let's do one. This is the last one I was gonna do. Nobody's heard this yet. It's going out. It will be an original song um, that I wrote. I wrote this song, gosh, probably 25 years ago when I lived in a city called Encinitas. And it's not a Christian song. Well, I guess it is. I'm a Christian playing the song, so it could be a Christian song. Anyway, but this song is called Encinitas. Actually, I'm getting a report that my Wi-Fi, yeah, it's saying that my Wi-Fi is completely unstable right now. So boy, I don't even know if I'm going off for any bit at all. So I noticed this the other day. So what I'm going to do is log off. Thank you very much for watching the Underground Gospel Show, and hopefully we can run credits right now. We'll see if the credits run.